Hi, folks. This is Jason Moore with MTGOacademy.com, and I'd like to welcome you to the latest installment of Dime a Dozen, Dozen, Dozen. We had so much fun playing Goblins in the past. Two-man queues. I decided to bring it back and do it all over again. And I was pretty happy with the list, so I haven't changed a damn thing. So we're going to go back into the two-man queues with this mono-red Goblins list. As you can see on turn 1, we're going to Foundry Street Denizen, Goblin Cohort, and Mog Conscripts our way into the red zone. We're going to follow that up with support creatures like Mog War Marshal, Sparksmith, Sledders, and Raiders. And then we're going to use our Goblin Matron to tutor up the bushiest whacker of all time. And finish the game off with some burn here and there. Death Spark's a nice one. And we have Tarfire, which can be searched up by Goblin Matron. I'm going to warn you that in round 1 there is a bit of a client issue with MTGO, but I don't think it ruins the experience of watching the match. The match actually proceeds fairly normally aside from that issue. And then there might be a slight volume discrepancy. I turned down the volume in the subsequent matches and for this video. So that's pretty much all I have to say. Again, the sideboard is just how we kept it. There's a lot of one-ups here because I'm not really sure what I'm going to face, and I don't want to overload on stuff for affinity, for instance, or for hexproof. I just want to have a little dash of things here and there. So that's all I have to say, guys. This is Mono Red Goblins. This is Jason Moore. This is MTGO Academy. And this is Dime a Dozen! 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 Hi, folks. We are playing in the two-man queues. And I think we've played against this opponent before. We're going to mulligan this hand. And we don't have any lands. He kept 7 and he's on the play. And we will keep this hand. I can't remember what he was playing. It might have been tokens. It might have been... Yeah, it is tokens. That's going to be really tough. We do have Electrickery in our deck. We do have Sparksmith in our hand. So there's a chance. If he just plays land pass, I'm not going to attack into a raise the alarm. So the question is, do I play Sparksmith or Goblin Sledder times 2? There's no way I attack into raise the alarm here. They've got so many turn 2 plays that it's got to be raise the alarm. So I'm not going to attack. I am going to play Sparksmith, which might be our only way to win. Nope. He's going to play raise the alarm. What? The hell? Still just passing. He does have quicksand, but... At this point, I think... this is so weird. I mean, his hand could just be a bunch of triplicate spirits and stuff, but... I think this time we're going to attack into it. And the unfortunate thing is that we're going to take a bunch of damage to the Sparksmith. So, yeah, I think this matchup is horrible. He's going to cast Raise the Alarm. We did slow him up a bit. Oh, he's just going to quicksand us. So maybe there's a chance. I'm very confused. He could just be on Battle Screeches and stuff. I'm going to leave back Sparksmith. His hand might just be really slow, and a Goblin Matron might be just a ticket. I don't see any reason to hold back lands because we do have Goblin Matrons in our deck, so... He's going to play Battle Screech. EOT, I think I'm going to Smith it. Go down to 16, and then maybe Smith another one and go down to 12. He's got a few Battle Screeches in hand, so we got to do what we can here. 6 cards. We're definitely facing down a Raise the Alarm now. I don't need to show him that. So I think we'll just attack. We're kind of... Wow, what the hell is going on? He's just sitting on triplicate spirits or something. It's very strange. He's way far away from triplicate spirits. I mean, he's still got another turn. What the hell is going on? He could be really flooded. He has to have Battle Screech. Why would he keep this hand? This is ridiculous. Okay. Veteran Armorer. Well, I think I'm going to do an EOT. I'll wait for him to do something. So this is 5 damage to me. Looks like he may have Guardian's Pledge, but it's too late. This gets around Guardian's Pledge. And creature. I think I attack with everybody, since we have another Sparksmith. Actually, one way we could get punished is if he plays Soul Warden and then plays some other guys. So, even if he goes for the Quicksand... Yeah, he's trying to play it. He's pretty low now. Here comes Battle Screech. So I can go to 9 here. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah. And this is kind of awkward. If I shoot one more time, I go down to 6. I could use this Flame Slash and attack with everybody, and then sack whoever the Quicksand goes to. I think I want to leave up one Sparksmith, again for the Soul Warden reason. So I'm going to blow this Flame Slash. And I'm going to attack with everybody except these 2 guys. And then I'll sack whoever he uses Quicksand on, because I think he has another Battle Screech in hand. So this gives him only 2 blockers, and I think it gives us the victory. I can't believe we're going to steal this first game. That actually gives us a shot, even though this matchup looks to be terrible. Okay, he's taking it all. So now I don't think there's any way he can win, because we can just get a guy through. This takes away 1 power. But I don't think that matters. Yeah. So I go to 3. And then I don't think there's anything he can do. Could have Remotion Rally, but that doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't even really need to do that. So we don't even need to show him Lightning Bolt, right? He goes to Quicksand a guy. he blocks a guy. Okay, this is going to work any way we slice it because we also have the lightning bolt, so it doesn't matter. So we somehow steal this game. We do have Electrickery in our deck, and we have Sparksmiths, which aren't very cost effective. We have Martyr of Ashes, which might be okay. We're going to have to bring it in. Death Spark could be really good. I think he's alive, but he really can't. So he blocks Sledder. I sack it to this. He's quicksands that. And, oh, he's going for that right now. So, oh, this is kind of annoying me. Sorry for all this suspicious behavior. I'm using my old computer, and as you can see, it has some issues. But the reason I'm doing that is my new computer is not gelling so well with Magic Online. So go figure. So now he blocks that one. 2, 3. It doesn't even matter because I have this lightning bolt. So just eat up his clock. Let him think that. I mean, I don't even if he blocks this, I don't even need to sack anything. I'll just bolt him. There's nothing he can have for 0. I guess he could have a gut shot, but that drops him down to 4 anyway. So it's interesting that gut shot is now legitimately a card to play around. Yeah, his hand was so slow. 4, 6, 7 lands. He obviously probably drew some of those. This he might have been sitting on because we had the Sparksmith. So the fact that I played around Raise the Alarm was potentially a mistake. What are you doing? Let's go. Yep. So now I'm going to go for a bolt to the face and see if he'll concede. I'll pass priority, and we win. So yeah, we definitely want that Electrickery, and hopefully we can hit it at just the right time. Foundry Street Denizen looks pretty weak here, especially on the draw. So I'm going to take him out. We really need stuff to deal with Soul Wardens and stuff. I did play this guy earlier, and he had a lot of Soul Wardens. So I think the Denizen's got to go. That's 4 slots opened up. And I think I like Death Spark. I think our best card right now has got to be Electrickery. Martyr, I think, is even okay, even though it only hits the ground. I think we might need her. I think we might need Death Spark. And I'm not 100% sure about Sparksmith, but I want to try it. In that game, it did a ton of damage to us, but having all this burn is probably a little too controlling, but we'll see how that goes. I don't think there's any other card we can really bring in here. So, I mean, I don't think Life Staff matters. Relic's interesting because of Battle Screech, but it's very narrow. I don't even think we can stop a Battle Screech. So let's just hope that he mulligans into Oblivion here. We were really lucky that game, I'm not even going to lie. Death Spark might be able to do some work if we can keep an Armorer off the table. Death Spark actually might be a house. We'll see. I mean, the main difference is we can kind of manage his board. and he can't do a lot to manage our board. Martyr's very situational. He could have a hand that's all flyers, and Martyr will do nothing for us. Plus, we have to try and expel our hand, expel some of our resources in order to get ahead. Yep, haven't faced this matchup yet. How are there 5 of you? That doesn't make any sense. Maybe that's the problem. What the hell? Oh, it's busted. It thinks I have a 61 card deck. Oh, this is so stupid. Alright, whatever. I'll play a 61 card deck because it thinks I have 5. What the hell? Now it won't let me. This is so busted. What the hell is going on? It's not going to let me sideboard. Oh, so stupid. Dude, I need the sideboard to win this game. Oh, it's so dumb. Well, we'll keep this hand. Apparently we can't have a sideboard. Or maybe it... I don't think it worked. We'll keep. This hand might get there because he might have all 1/1s and we might just be able to trump it. Wow. MTGO strikes again. Well, if anything, I can file a complaint and maybe get some tickets back. This has happened before. So we definitely want to bust that. We may just want to use the Sparksmith, though. Alright, so I can bolt this, play my conscripts and attack. I can play Sparksmith and attack. Or I can wait. I think I want to get in the damage. Because our hand has just got to be fast. So, I mean, the way our hand is, we have to be fast. Our hand is set up to attack quickly. So, I think I'll hold off on the value of the Sparksmith in order just to get more damage. Ugh. Well, I'm just going to show him conscripts first. And I will attack. We're probably getting... well, we'll see what happens. He might have a raise the alarm. He's just taking it. That's good. Now it's probably Battle Screech time. We need to keep drawing goblins. Yeah, Battle Screech is going to hurt. But we can get rid of one of the blockers, so we actually might be okay. We're taking 4 to the Sparksmith. Oh, that's real bad. And Electrickery here would be awesome. We can't attack. That's real bad. We need like a Goblin Matron. Wow, we're going to get dominated here. I may spark a guy here, depending what he does. I don't even know how I win here. He's got 8 birds in the air. So if I use this, it puts us on a 2-turn clock. I think the Sparksmith's just invalidated at this point. I think we have to attack on the ground. And there's a Mog War Marshal. I think we just have to start racing. I mean, I don't even know what to say here. I think we got to attack with everybody. And it's pretty frustrating that I couldn't sideboard. But we can't really think about that. I think I just have to attack. We have to hope that he runs out of resources. I mean, he could just get us with the Guardian's Pledge at this point. But I can represent Electrickery. And we have an interesting choice next turn because Goblin Matron might be one of our only outs. So he's probably going to quicksand a guy. He'll go down to 10. Goblin Matron into Bushwhacker might be one of our only ways out. But if he has a Guardian's Pledge, I think it's a moot point. Oh no! Man, I really hope I get to sideboard next game. Well, let's see. 48 minus 6 is 54. 5, 6, 7, 8. No, sorry. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so that's 60. 48, 9, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. Yeah, so we didn't even get to sideboard because it was making us sideboard like an idiot. Okay, so does Goblin Matron into Bushwhacker win? No. Not at all. Not even close. So it's leaving only 3 blockers, but it really doesn't matter. So I'll pay the echo cost. And we draw nothing. Still going to attack, even though it's going to get him a life. There's not really anything we can do. It's just going to take it. Okay. So maybe he's on all lands. So that puts me to 3. And now a War Marshal is or even a Bushwhacker or a Matron is a win, I think. But he gains the life. That 1 life actually might be critical. Oh, that's enough. Why couldn't I sideboard? MTGO, you're going to be hearing from me. Alright, let's go to game 3. Maybe I can sideboard this time. We are going to be on the play, but I'm still cutting the Denizen, or trying to. It says I have 61 cards. I did not submit a 61 card deck. Look, it's still set up weird. I really don't get this. So I can submit, and I don't have 5 Foundry Street Denizen. It wouldn't let me do that. That wouldn't be acceptable. Oh, this is so lame. This is so lame. I don't even know what's still in the deck that makes it 61. There shouldn't be anything. 6, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is so busted. Ugh. You gotta be kidding me. Let's do something. Just let me sideboard. I don't care. Wow. This is a shame. Oh my god. Now it says I have 62. Oh, there they are. Just try a bunch of different things. Maybe something will work. I could try signing out and, you know, doing something, but it's not going to work. I don't know what to do, guys. See, it's not an option. Maybe I'll try and reset it to how it was. What was the other card? Sparksmith? No, that doesn't work. That was the initial 60. What if I just put all the cards in? Well, I don't know what to do. I mean, I don't know if this does anything, but for instance, why is this set as a 5 of? It's really, really stupid. It's just broken. It's broken, I say. I mean, I don't want a card that does nothing, so I'm not gonna... I'll just keep trying to submit. It doesn't say cannot submit or tell me why this doesn't work. Oh, that's so frustrating. Alright. We gotta just try and win with a regular game 1 hand. So, we'll play first. We'll keep. This actually looks okay, so... If I get another land, I think we can win with this hand. He goes to 6, that definitely helps. Alright. Here we go. I can kill a Soul Warden. So I definitely will do that. Okay, it could be Raise the Alarm. I think the best use of our mana is probably War Marshal. Raise the Alarm only kills one of these guys. So... And this does the most damage. I'm not going to play around Raise the Alarm. We have to try and just kill him. Oh, right. So that's a big help. He might be a turn away still from Battle Screech, so we might actually get this. I'm not going to pay the Echo cost. Alright, I'm going to Matron up, get a Bushwhacker. Next turn I can go Conscript's Bushwhacker. We don't really have a chance to play around Holy Light, so that could kill us. But we really can't afford to wait, so we might just steamroll here in spite of ourselves. We get one survivor from Holy Light. He could be slow rolling us. We actually have a decent follow-up afterwards, but Battle Screech is going to be tough. Oh, he has it. Oh, he has Strands. Okay. That's actually not as bad as Holy Light, because our board position is still really good. He has no clock on us. Here comes Battle Screech. So I'm not going to play Bushwhacker. Oh, I have another one, but I'm not going to play it. But I have to force the action here. So we're going to lose 2 creatures. Okay. That's alright. We have to play through it, so... We're going to lose a Denizen and something else, but... We have to. We have no choice. Man, this is rough. We might even get him to not use the Strands. Ooh, he goes to 5. He goes to 5. Epic. And I have 2 Bushwhackers. Okay. Okay. So if I use my Sparksmith, I go to 6. This is so rough. If I use my Sparksmith, I take 6. So I could just attack. It's threatening 4, and that puts him to 1. I'm going to attack. Like this. This way, if we lose a couple of guys, we can afford to Sparksmith. Alright, looks like he might just trade off. He may also Guardian's Pledge here. Oh, this game is really interesting. Okay, he's going to use it. Does that mean he drew another one? Now my Sparksmith doesn't hurt as badly. It's only 5. It's still a lot. He's at 5. It's got 3 cards. He's got a lot of blockers. I think I have to go for it at this point. Oh, this is so crazy. I mean, we can't even get around. If he has another, another one of these things. So I think I have to take 10 just to get some guys out of the way. I need like a sledder now. So how many blockers is he going to have? 6? And I can gun down one of them. See how many he attacks with. He doesn't have Prismatic Strands up. Okay, hang on. So if I shoot one, he has 5 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 get through, but that's only for 4. Alright, I have to do this. Actually, these guys do more, though. Oh, we did it, guys! That's it. 5 blockers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, we did it, fellas. I cannot believe this. That was the top deck of the century. And he knows we have this. There's nothing he can have. Wow. I can't believe it. This is unbelievable. I'm just going to let him know, try and force a concession. Okay. I'm just letting him know what's up. Here we go. Let's see if we got it with no sideboarding allowed. That's so silly. I'm going to try and figure out what's wrong with that. He conceded, guys. We got an unfavorable matchup under even more unfavorable circumstances. So, thank you guys for watching. I'm still going to report this. I think it's probably my duty to do so. Let me know if you guys have encountered this kind of a bug as well. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Hey guys, we're here playing another round of Classic Pauper in the 2-man queues. We've won the die roll. So we're going to play first. I'm hoping that we can get to sideboard this time. We're playing a few days after that last fiasco. We're definitely keeping this. And I've also cut the volume on my microphone because I've noticed that some of the recordings on this computer have been really loud. So hopefully that'll be straightened out with the volume adjustment. And our opponent's mulligan to 6, and they're contemplating the 6. So we're going to get started here. We're going to lead on Foundry Street Denizen. We're going to F8. So let's see what the opponent is up to. Baron War. So we're playing against potentially mono black. Now we could play the Mog War Marshal, but because we have these two one-drop creatures and Sledder transitions into War Marshal very well because we can sack it immediately and get a +1 bonus, I'm going to go ahead and play these pair of one-drops here. So we're going to bash for 3. This hand on the play might be good enough to get there against mono black, because the main thing that's going to own us is a 5-mana Gray Merchant. So now we have a Flame Slash to stop his blocker on turn 3. He's probably going to Edict us, so I probably should have thought of that a little bit, because that would have been a good opportunity to play War Marshal. If he just casts Chainer's Edict, we have to decide. Ooh, okay, Fume Spitter. That's a good one. I'm not sure if he's mono black. I think he is. He still could be like blue black or red black. Is he just gonna Spitter now? Nope, he's not. Well, this is really interesting. I guess he's setting up a block. He's gonna block one guy and then ping the other guy. But he's still taking some damage here. It's not a ton, but we're going to do this. And then we're going to sack to the guy that he doesn't block. And the guy that he doesn't ping. Like, he might just ping the Denizen now, knowing that I can save it for the turn, which makes him take more damage, which I might do. But I'm going to make him make a move. I don't have to do anything yet. So I'm going to attack with all of my able-bodied creatures. I think he's going to block the conscripts and then try and ping the Denizen. He's going to block the Denizen. Okay, so I'm just going to pass priority. And he's going to ping the Goblin Sledder. So what I think I'll do here is just put both my guys into the Mog Conscripts. I'll put the War Marshal and the Sledder into the Mog Conscripts. Because now this is out of range of Disfigure. So we only lost one guy there, and he takes 4. So that's pretty good. We have to think about why he wanted to kill the Sledder, though. He might have some kind of sweep. He's going to cycle again. Oh, so he is a graveyard deck. Songs of the Damned or something. And we have to work. Oh, that's going to be rough. Crypt Rats. He did miss a land, so we can just Flame Slash this out of the way. And we have a Bolt. So I think we want to Flame Slash this and play Mog Raider. And then we get in for 6. And then we're pretty well set up to win after that. Because we have this. Well, we're getting him down to 7, right? 2, 4, 6. We have this, and then we have the Raider to get around either a sweeper or blockers. So I don't mind using the Flame Slash. He's also kind of just mana screwed, right? So So let's see what he does now. Yeah, he's got Songs of the Damned. So he can only add 4 mana here. I don't know. I think that's what the card does. I think it adds a black mana for every card in your graveyard. Creature card in your graveyard. Did find a land. He's at 8, but I think we can get him here if we opt to sack this conscripts. So assuming we don't draw a land, if we sack the conscripts, it's 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just go for the win. I think I'm fine doing that. I'm willing to 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm willing to go for it here. And we'll put the conscripts into a token in case he has a spot removal spell. So now he needs some kind of free life gain, or it would have to be Spinning Darkness. But I think we're pretty safe here. Okay, so we take game 1. He's got Fume Spitters, which is pretty good against us, and some of this other stuff might take him too long to get going. We'll see. He does also have green, so we have to think about what's in his deck that plays green. Probably Gnaw to the Bone, which is going to be a huge one against us. I'm really hoping we get to sideboard this game, because we do want to bring in Relic of Progenitus. Deathspark is interesting. He does have 1 mana, guys, but we're not that interested in removing creatures. I mean, that big 4/4 that we saw, the cycling guy, I think we should leave in Flame Slashes for him, and if he is playing Grey Merchant, for that as well. So what's just the weakest card here? It might be the Tarfire. It might be the Deathspark as well. But that can get rid of his Pit Keepers, his Fume Spitters, his Crypt Rats, and if we can keep getting it back, it's not such a bad thing. The Tarfire might just be the weakest. So I think Relic is way higher impact than the Tarfire is. And I don't think we want anything else, really. Solvog Lifestaff, I don't think we're that interested in getting life. I'm going to try it like this, and we're going to see more of his deck. We may want this at some point if he's got some kind of fog effects. Like Moment's Peace, he might be Gnaw to the Bone, which is going to be real tough if we don't have that relic. So let's go ahead and submit and hope that it works. Oh, I think it did work. Uh-oh. Okay, so we're on the draw. Our opponent kept. This hand's a little slow, but it does have Goblin Matron to get us a Bushwhacker, and it has some utility guys, so I think I'll keep it. We have a good chance of drawing into a 1-drop anyway. And it looks like he's going to have all his colors to start here, and we do draw into a 1-drop. I may play the Sparksmith first, but we may also be curving out to Conscripts, War Marshal, Matron, Bushwhacker. If we have a 4th land, then I'll be more interested in playing the Sparksmith next turn. He just passes. Yeah, we do have a 4th land. So see, I'll go Sparksmith, then I'll go Matron, then on turn 4 I'll go War Marshal, Bushwhacker. Because the Sparksmith does get some guys off the table. At the same time, this does more damage on our turn. It doesn't do more damage. Yeah, I'll play the Sparksmith now. He may Edict our guy. He may just cycle also. So, and even if he edicts it, it's not too bad. Because we've got this massive follow-up getting set up. He can't counter the Matron, so we do have to worry about Crypt Rats, but we don't have to worry about it just now. Okay, let's see what he does with this. So here's what the card I was talking about, Songs of the Damned. He's probably going to take the Crypt Rats. But we have a bunch of answers for it. No, he didn't. He's going to take the Pit Keeper. So his hand is Pit Keeper, 6 unknowns. I guess he can get it back in a second. He needs, what, 4 creatures in his graveyard? And he has 2. And what did he just do? Cycled? Yeah, cycled again. And he found his land. So next turn he could have Crypt Rats for 1, and that would take our Sparksmith out and our next guy. We could also go with the Mogg War Marshal. I think getting the Bushwhacker is fine here, because even if he goes Crypt Rats, sweep for 1, and 2 for 1's us, we follow up with Mogg War Marshal into Bushwhacker for 6. And I think that's fine. I think that's actually better than playing War Marshal. It's a better use of our mana as well. So I think we just get in there. Notice that he left the Crypt Rats in his bin, so he probably does have one in his hand. But I still think this is probably our best bet. We may even get another Matron, but I think we want the Bushwhacker. Just gives everything haste. It adds 3 damage on top of this, so. And I was trying to figure out how he got his life back, but it's clearly from his lands. So these are relevant, especially in an aggressive matchup. Okay, looks like he didn't have the 4th land for Crypt Rats. What's he targeting? Fume Spitter. That's a good one. Okay, so he's just killing the Sparksmith now. So we have an option of just using a Death Spark here on his guy and setting up for an even bigger one. This is really tough. This is a really tough call here, because he's obviously building up his lands. He did have a 4th land. Okay, get this out of the way. If he has Songs of the Damned, he's going to be able to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to be able to do it for 5 on top of this. So he can Crypt Rats for a lot. What's the most damage we can do to him? Because we have Burn in hand. Knot of the Bone's going to be really tough to beat, so we want to start trying to beat, playing around that. So if we do more War Marshal and Bushwhacker, it's 2, 4, 6, 8 damage getting through, because he'll block this, and that drops him to 9. We could also Sparksmith, give it haste, shoot this, and attack for 2, 4, 7. But I think I prefer the War Marshal. Just hitting him for 8 just seems like the best thing we can do. A sweeper is going to punish any line of play we can think of, any reasonable line. So I think this is the way to go. And Knot of the Bone is also going to punish anything, so we really want to get moving here. So he's going to take 8, go to 9. We have 4 points of burn in hand. And we have 1, 2, 3 points of attacking power. He's got 6 cards. He got back Fume Spitter, so we know it's not that. He probably does have Crypt Rats. We might be able to race a Death Spark, but he needs to not have his high impact cards come into play. Ooh, Ooh, Gnaw to the Bone. Well, there it is, guys. I think I'm not going to pay the echo costs here. I think we want to leave up our mana. Oh, actually, hang on. We could have cast Deathspark this turn. Oh, oops. Still not going to pay, though. Yeah, it's too late. Yeah, we should have thought of that a little harder. Okay, let's attack first. We don't need to do anything pre-combat. And he's obviously going to Gnaw to the Bone again, which is going to buy him a billion years worth of time. So that's really rough. So he's going to gain 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 again. I don't know what else is in his hand at instant speed. Should I play this now? Yeah, I'm going to play this now and force whatever he's got. He can, of course, gain 10 of it back at any point in time. Which he's going to do right now. Okay. He's got another one. Yeah, that's rough. This is going to be real hard to beat. Had we been on the play, I think we might have had a great chance of winning here. He's going to duress me, so now I just have to... So I think I bolt him and then... No, I just Deathspark him instead of letting him take it. Why did he leave in duress, though? I don't know if that's a good call. Okay, he's got 3 cards. And we will just attack. We're not going to bury the Deathspark. With this bolt. We'll have to sack a creature, and I'm willing to do that. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. He could just be on all blanks, so maybe we can do this damage, guys. Attack first. I am going to just play into a sweeper because we have to deal the damage. It's that simple. And the only way we can really do that is with the board position. Okay, he's at 26. He has a fume spitter. I'm just going to attack. Okay. And then what? Kill the other Sparksmith, so I'll sack it. And now we have Deathspark coming back. So he's taking 6. If he just whiffs for a while, I think we can do a decent job here. But that's not very likely. Oh no! Here comes a Crypt Rats, which he can do for 2, which is going to wipe a lot of our board. It's going to wipe most of our board. We could probably save like 3 creatures. Okay. So I'm going to save the Sparksmith, the Raider, and... because I have to put 2 guys into everybody I save, right? So I think I can only save 2 guys. I can save the Sparksmith, the Raider. I could save the Denizen, but we're not guaranteed to really get him pumped up. Okay. Yeah, that's about it. Well, I mean, this was bound to happen. He's got really high impact cards against us, so that's kind of the way it crumbles, guys. He's got a lot of card advantage, a lot of life gain. And there's a Bushwhacker, so let's do it. We might still be able to get there. Yeah, I mean, he's got so many good top decks. Cyclers, stuff that gets back. Okay, here's a Crypt Rats. He can do it for 3. So if he does it now... he's going to do it now. So we're going to Death Spark him. X is 3. We're going to Death Spark him. We can't save any of these guys. So then he goes to 8. We can bolt him if we want. Yeah, I think we'll bolt him. Because next turn we could draw... we're going to get our Death Spark back. We could draw another Bushwhacker. I think there's a lot of reasons to... yeah, I guess we can hold it. So my upkeep, I think I'm going to Death Spark him. We'll see. We may actually just pay the Echo cost too. Showing our resilience, though. That seems like he's flooded to me. So we'll pay the Echo cost. He may have another Gnaw to the Bone set up. Oh! We have lethal damage in hand. I think we have to try it here. I think we have to go for it. The longer we wait, the worse off it's going to be for us. So, I mean, we could try this. We could do it on his upkeep, I guess. That way, if he has Gnaw to the Bone, we make him do it on his upkeep. Alright, here goes nothing, guys. Do we have it? I mean, we had to do a ton of damage. He got up to like 40 life off of those Knot of the Bones, and we were able to... And he wrathed the board twice. So that was a pretty crazy match. I mean, just fighting through two Knot of the Bones. And thanks to our opponent, that's very nice, very kind words from him. So thank you guys for watching. Looks like we did manage to fight through that somehow. And we will talk to you guys very soon. Here we are for hopefully the final round of the two-mans with Goblins once again. So we were lucky enough to win the die roll. Let's go ahead and play first. And we're going to mulligan because we have no lands. And this hand has lands. Has one of our worst burn spells. But hopefully we draw into some more guys I think we have to keep. And it's not a bad keep, so it's not great, but it could get great. We'll have to see what happens. I'm not sure I've even cast this card. I think I have. A blue deck could be... It's very odd to just see an island and a pass. They usually have something to do on turn 1, so that's a little suspect. Now, we don't want to see another mountain for the rest of the game. We want to just see all good creatures. See what our opponent has in store. Seed of the Synod. So he's holding up Counterspell. I think we have to cast this, even though it's going to get countered. We have to get our guy attacking, so... And if it somehow resolves, we get even more damage, but... Seed of the Synod and Island. And Counterspell. I'm not sure what his deck is. But I think we have a decent matchup against most mono blue decks. We'll see. This hand certainly is not any indication of that, but... I mean, it's going to be really hard to get back into the game because he's obviously sitting on a lot of counter magic. He can 1-for-1 pretty much anything we draw. We just keep drawing stuff, he keeps countering it, and he hits his land drops, and then we're in trouble. So here we go for another one. Oops. But as far as I can tell, he does not have any way to gain life, so that's good. He's just passing, so, you know, I don't know. We'll go ahead and cast this again. It gets us attacking, so even if he counters, we still have pressure up. Okay. Drop him to 10. We have half of his life total in burn spells here. And he has yet to attack us or do anything. So that's actually pretty good for us. Okay, he's going for it. Thought cast. Did he miss a land drop? Kabira Crossroads. Holy hell. What is going on? So I don't think Bushwhacker's a win. Actually, it's exactly a win. This is a lot of damage, though. He's almost done. We'll see what he draws, what he plays with his white mana. Could be a problem. White is very good against goblins, so... This drops him to 7. I'm almost tempted just to throw the burn at his face, but I'm not going to. I think I'm actually even gonna let this die because it'll pump the Foundry Street Denizen and save up our mana in case we draw a creature and have the burn. It all depends on what he does. Really does. Okay. So I think this is just a win here. Oh no, he's at 8 though. I still think it's a win as long as this isn't a vapor snag or something. I still think we got him. So I'm not gonna pay. He'll block here. And I think we got him. Flame Slash is not relevant. We just suicide in. Oh no, I can't attack! Oh. So I don't think we want to do this. Oh no. So that only puts him to 7. So are we basically suiciding in the Denizen for 1 damage? Because if he draws another blocker... Oh, man. Should I have saved this guy? Yeah, I think so. We would have gotten him to 6. Anyway, this is the situation now. Dropping him to 7 and killing our guy. If he has another blocker, we have 3 attackers if we draw a creature. It's kind of 6 in one, half a dozen in the other. I think I'm just going to not attack. If that's possible. Yeah, I think we'll just pass. We have a lot of time, and we're at 20 still. So we don't have to do anything. I mean, he could start gaining a lot of life somehow. But for now, we're not in a rush. Plus, if he has another blocker, we can likely kill it. Wow, he's playing Thoughtcast? Okay, I'm not going to respond with anything. It's a weird deck. Bushwhacker would be cool. So he's going to leave up Counterspell. If we draw another Bolt, we can maybe get him at some point. I mean, our hand was really anemic, and then I forgot that this dummy is not going to be able to attack. So he's going to play a Squadron Hawk and leave up his 3rd Counterspell. Whoa, he's leaving up 4 mana. So he's leaving up 2 Counterspells. That's interesting. We have a bunch of Flame Slashes, but I'm not going to use them yet because it doesn't really... Well, hang on. I can just use the Flame Slash right now. We don't have to. We have 5 mana. It's okay. He's got a lot of lands. He's got 7 cards. We know 3 of them. I'm assuming he has 2 more counters because he just left it up. So this is going to be really rough because now he's going to get like Life Staff basically. And that could be a problem. So we have to kill with Burn, I think. Oh, it's just a Bone Splitter. Okay. Well, that's actually better for us than Life Staff. Yeah, he's leaving up 2 counterspells. Okay. So let's go for the Flame Slashes first. And I may just suicide in for 2 extra damage here. Even though he's going to counter the Denizen. Getting him to 6 might be worth it. I mean, I don't think it's Ray of Command, but... I mean, is it Ray of Command? He left up 4 mana. I don't know. Let's just see what he has. Could be Into the Royal, kicked. Why would you play Ray of Command? No one plays that. What the hell is this? Scry 3. Oh, okay. Interesting. So he's going to kill that, and he's leaving up a counter spell. So, okay, we're pretty much dead. Oh, that's great. So now he goes to 7. I mean, he's not... We're nowhere near dead yet. So, there is a sequence of draws we can hit. We obviously have the 5 burn. He obviously has a counter spell. So we know he's drawing that. Okay. Play a Squadron Hawk. Leave up counter spell. We at least know half of his hand, so that's good. Not great, but it's okay. Our board is non-existent, so we really just need another burn spell. I think you should start attacking, though. I guess he's just playing it real safe, which is fine at this point. He does not shuffle. Uh-oh. He's got another Trinket Mage. So, is he playing Lifestaff? I think he would have gotten it to begin with. It might just be a land. Okay, that's a weird one. So he has no humans or angels. Oh, this is a human. Okay, so now he's starting to clock in. There's nothing I can do about that. That's a good one. Maybe. He might counter it. Then I can try and get him to 2. So, do I want to trade off my Denizen here for a Hawk? I don't think so, because I think one of the things that can happen is we can draw either a Death Spark or a Bushwhacker. I guess he could counter the Bushwhacker already, though. I think we want the bodies on the ground, too. I mean, trading this for a Hawk is not terrible. I think we're just going to leave the bodies on the ground. We could draw Runner, Bushwhacker, and that could be one way we win. We haven't seen a Bushwhacker, so he's there. He's on the top of our deck somewhere. So I think we could do that. This is getting dangerous. I mean, we're going to have to start doing something. Because this is a clock. And our board is just getting squelched. Squashed. I don't know. It's getting wrecked. Okay, we're going to 12. We just need to get in for 2 points and be able to get around a counter spell, but I don't know that that's going to happen. So do I pay for this? If I draw Matron, which is my most expensive card, 2, 5. I only have 1 mana up. So I don't think I pay for it. And he's got 8, 10 in the air. I think I send with this after I cast this. Because our life total is getting really low. So even if this just trades with a hawk, it's not terrible. Oh, he's double blocking. That's awesome. Why would he double block? I don't know, but I'm glad. This game is definitely slipping, but I mean it's been slipping since the Mulligan decision. But I think overall, in terms of the match, if we can just circumvent some of his life gain, I think we might be able to win. I think it's a winnable match, but there are a lot of reasons that it's tough. Okay, he's going in for 5 now. And we know he has a counter spell, at least one. He's just been representing it all game, and there's no reason he would be playing that way if he didn't have it. There's the last hawk. He's probably playing Brainstorm in this deck. He's got this as a shuffle effect, this is a shuffle effect, Ponder as a shuffle effect, so maybe he's not, but what is this? Oh, it's another variant of Squadron Hawk. Well, we're pretty dead here. I'm just going to send everybody and try and kill him, even though it's not going to work. I don't think there's anything else we can really do. He can basically eat all of our 1/1s with his 2/2s. But he's going to trade off. We're at 7. So we're actually dead anyway. Let's just see how this plays out, though. If he just... Well, actually, we can kill these guys now to stay alive. I don't think that does enough, but if he just counters 1, we know he has counterspell. Let's see what he does. I mean, the game's over, but let's just see if he maybe stays back or shows us something. Skips his attack step. I mean, do we even want to show him this stuff? I think we have to, just because... Okay, for one thing, we could draw Matron and win if this stuff resolves, which it's not going to. But B, we also can potentially see if he has some other type of counterspell in his deck that we want to play around. Like, he could have Spell Stutter Sprite, or he could have some specialized type of counter. So, let's see if this Bolt resolves. Oh, is he going to try and kill my guy now? We'll see, then we get to see another type of removal spell. Oh, he can Judge Unworthy it. So let's do that first, because I think Matron can be at win. I mean, it's probably not resolving, but okay, it's just a counter spell. So we can block and go to 1. I'm debating whether or not I want to bring in Smash to Smithereens. We have to assume he's got Sylvok Lifestaff or like Viridian Longbow in the deck, so I think we got to bring it in. And then he's got a lot of flyers in the air, so I think a card like even Electrickery might be good, or Death Spark. Alright, so good game there. I'm going to concede. We do have the 1 copy of Electrickery. We don't want to get too specialized. On the play, Denizen might be good, but it trades with so many of his flyers. He's got the Welkin Hawks, the Squadron Hawks. It could be worth removing. And we just rely on our big 1-drops. Maybe on the draw we take him out. I think on the play we might want to leave him. For the sake of argument, let's cut Flame Slash, because all of his creatures are small and we can kill them all. The ones we can kill at instant speed. So that would give us Sparksmith, Smash. We could get another Death Spark, or we could get the Electrickery, which actually might be good because all of his, well, I guess the Welkin Hawk's not the same as the Squadron Hawk. Death Spark might be better. It's better against the Welkin Hawk than the Squadron Hawk. This could be useful. I mean, this does have its uses, but they're not that wide. They're more specific. So I think we want this. 4 Sparksmith seems good. Denizen on the play seems good. I think on the draw it's not very good. Let's try this. I mean, what else? He's probably got more life gain in his deck. Life Staff. He might have Lone Missionaries. He could have Prismatic Strands. He could have Cop Red, but we haven't seen any of that stuff. So I'll just submit. Try to run him over. Let's play first. And this is a 1-lander. We have 3 plays. I think we'll keep it. It's got enough board presence that we only need 1 more land. And if we do, then we really set it off. He goes to 6. And he stays at 6. And all of these guys can still attack even if we miss on lands. It's not like a Mog Conscripts or a Goblin Cohort. So I wonder if he's fishing for lands here. He doesn't shuffle, so he got whatever he needed. And we find our land. So do we want to play 2 Sledders, or do we want to play War Marshal? I think we want to play 2 Sledders, because then we can make our War Marshal play. And if for some reason we decide we want to Bushwhacker next turn, we have, well, I guess that's even, but I like this a little better. Let me just say that. Because a War Marshal follow-up, we can sack him immediately. And that's good against a Hawk. It's good against a removal spell. Whatever we want to do. It's good against a 3-mana sweeper like Holy Light. So I think he's just going to pass or maybe do... Okay. So here I think we are going to play War Marshal. We could Bushwhacker for 8, but I think War Marshal's a little better. We get in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 this turn. Because this triggers 3 times. Then the sack also gives us a point. So let's get in for 6 and then do a bunch of damage next turn. We might even draw a mountain and be able to War Marshal Bushwhacker. So I'll attack first. Oh, we attack for 7. Wow. That's pretty great. So Bushwhacker's lethal. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah. Okay, so he does have a Holy Light, though. So we can only save 2 guys. I'll save the Denizen and 1 Raider. He still might be dead here if we draw land. So that didn't do a lot. That's basically a 2 for 1. Still pretty good. I mean, our board position was really important, and him having that 2 for 1 and mitigating all the board position was really good. So I think we're going to War Marshal here, and I don't think we're going to sack this time because of that very reason. Now it's confirmed he has Holy Light, so I'll just be content to deal this 4 damage. This will be sweet. This will be sweet. We're still in pretty good shape here. And I gotta stop on my upkeep because we're gonna end up sacking this before the echo cost has to be paid. Okay, he's gonna play Guardian and then we just beat him. Okay, cool. Even better. So, do we have to show him that? There's a chance. I mean, there is that free bounce spell that exists. He could also have Gut Shot, but that deals 2 to him. So, two, Bushwhacker's 2, 4, 7, 9, 12. So we don't have to show him this, but just because we have the mana, I guess we'll do it. And he could have the bounce spell. I don't think that's a factor. So let's make sure we attack him here. And there's that game. We attacked for 13 that turn. That was awesome. Got through a Holy Light. Gonna be on the draw this time, so I think cutting Denizen is probably correct here in favor of whatever it is we took out. I mean, I guess these other cards are not as useful anyway. We saw Holy Light, but our only contingencies against that is basically having War Marshals and Sledders. So we could bring back in these removal spells. Makes us very removal heavy. We still have 30 creatures. I just don't feel like this is going to do anything. It still might be the best card we have. Oh, we have Pyroblast. We could be countering Mole Drifters and stuff. I think we should do that. Especially on the draw. I mean, most of the cards we care about are his white cards, but a Trinket Mage is a good counter. So do we want this Electrickery or the Flame Slash? What on average is going to be better? I think this has higher upside because it can take out more guys. Flame Slash will only ever get one guy. We have plenty of spells that can take out one guy. We've got a lot of removal. It's probably too much, but you never know. Alright, let's give it a whirl. It's anybody's game, honestly. But this is a good hand, so let's keep it and let's get it going. This is a good hand. We've got multiple bushwhackers basically. There is the potential issue of a Squadron Hawk coming into play. So we'll just have to conserve this guy until turn. Alright, that's not going to happen. Alright, this is looking good because Matron, we could even chain Matrons if we want. We'll see what we draw. It all depends on what we draw here. Oh, he's going to Sun Lance. Oh, man. So do I just Bushwhacker for nothing? Probably just to get on the board and do something. Yeah, I think we do. It's just for 2. It's kind of sad. We could also play Sledder and counter his Trinket Mage. I think I like that. I think double Bushwhacker on turn 4 is going to do a lot more than just a Bushwhacker now. So and countering his Trinket Mage could be a huge deal. Oh, he doesn't have one. Or he didn't have the land for it. That's super awkward. Now we might just Conscripts Bushwhacker. He's representing Celestial Flare in that other card. We could also Matron for a Mog War Marshal. I think Conscripts Bushwhacker here might be better. But Matron uses our mana a lot better. I want to attack first and make sure that this is going to live. Could also just get another Bushwhacker. So the best thing he could do to us is probably Holy Light and play a Kabira Crossroads next turn. He's at 23. I can attack him for 7 with Bushwhacker, and next turn I have 4 mana, so I Matron and Bushwhacker the following turn. I think Matron's just a better use of our... Well, it's not necessarily better. I'm going to get in for the damage now, I think, before he gets a board presence and stuff. Seems like he's sitting here maybe on a counter. We'll see. I'm going to run it. I think he's just got that Judge Unworthy card. And if that happens, I have to sack my guy, but that's okay. So do I have to sack this now? I think so. We have to assume that on his top 3, he has a card that has 2 converted mana costs or more. So I'm going to just assume that he has that, so I'll just sack it. And we'll deal him 5. Pretty sure I had to do it then because... Oh, that actually whiffs his... Did that whiff his Judge Unworthy? Oh, wow! He didn't even get to scry. That's kind of cool. Now he might play Guardian. Oh, no! So now I have to get a Sparksmith. And do I leave up Pyroblast? I think so. Because we can counter a We can counter a Mole Drifter here. Yeah, this is going to be tough. Especially if he can kill the Sparksmith. He's playing counter spells, right? So, but we have this Pyroblast, so man, he just does not hit untapped lands ever. We keep trying to counter something on curve, but at least I know I can counter his counter. Chose not to attack. Alright, I'm going to throw this right now. Booyah! And now I'll play this. And, Holy Light City, but we do get to protect some of our guys and kill the Seraph. I'm kind of surprised he didn't attack with the Seraph. He could have a Sun Lance, but I could throw all my guys into it if I want. Throw all my guys into the Sparksmith to save it, that is. Seraph of Dawn, interesting. Haven't seen her in a while, have we? I played her a bit in Standard Pauper. I played her a little bit in Classic, but not that much. Well, I'm just going to go for this first. I don't think we need to deal that much more damage to ourselves. Because 5 is a lot. So let's go for the attack now. And then I think we bait with Sparksmith and then play Mog War Marshal. And I'm not going to sack the Mog War Marshal because I want to protect from Holy... He might have Holy Light right now. Actually, I didn't think about that. He should have... No, he would have cast it. Alright, so let's try this. Well, we'll just run this as well. Okay. So I think we're actually in business here. Because, I mean, look at our board. It's ridiculous. And we have a lot of insurance for Holy Light. Maybe not that much, but... Alright, so we can save our... We can save a lot, because... We can save our... We can save a lot of guys, actually. We can save both Sparksmiths, both Raiders, because this is 3 bodies, this is 4. I think that's about it. So let's start on the left side. He might actually have 2, but if he doesn't, it's good for us. So I'll give the Sparksmith an extra point. Oh no! No! Oh my god. That's a misclick of the century. Now we're going to lose because of that. We had a perfectly fine board and now we have nothing. That was a horrible misclick. Well, it happens, guys. I think we would have been in actually good position to win this. But I clicked F2 at the wrong spot because I thought we actually had... Jeez. I thought we actually had priority still in time to do what we were doing. Oh man, that's awful. Well, I don't think we're going to win now, but that's just the way things go. I mean, that was very unfortunate. But we're going to keep trying. I mean, he's just going to run into like... Okay, that's not too bad for us. He's eventually going to hit Mole Drifters and stuff. Wow. We would have had like 5 guys on the... at least 4 guys on the table. Man, that sucks. Oh well. Let's keep playing. He is kind of flooded. Alright, I'm going to attack first. We do want to play these lands out because of Goblin Matron. That can really get us back in the game. He needs to stay flooded for like 3 or 4 more turns. Nope, he hit big. Yeah, that's one of his good draws, obviously. He's got a lot of them. Man, he'd be at like 5 or something right now. That's okay. We're not reflecting on that anymore. So he is kind of flooded here, but he's digging himself out of it. We were very close, guys. I think we actually had it, but just that... I think we actually had it. So, he didn't shuffle, so he probably has more card draw, more... Okay, now he has a Guardian. So the clock is really on us. The clock is really ticking here. We can do some damage with a Matron, though. He is going to attack, so he sees blood in the water. Another land. Well, we're on a 2-turn clock here. Actually, even without the misclick, he may have still been able to beat us. Just because of how many lands we're drawing in a row. So yeah, this is a 2-turn clock. Or really 1 turn now. 5. Pyroblast. I think we wait on the upkeep. Well, actually... Yeah, we do it on his upkeep. No, we have to let him attack, right? Well, do we give him the extra card? He's going to Holy Light. So, do we give him the extra card to counter this? And then get him to not... I think we give him the extra card. And that way we save ourselves 2 points of damage here. Well, that's it, guys. Kind of a tough match overall, but I think we would have had a much better chance had we saved more of our creatures during that Holy Light. So, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. And that's going to wrap up our Goblins run with these 2-man queues. We ended up going 2-1, and then we had a positive record last time we piloted this. So I think this is a really strong deck for the 2-mans. It's a proactive deck that punishes a lot of different strategies and a lot of different slip-ups from our opponent. Even in a bad matchup like this, or even that Gnawed to the Bone matchup last round, I think we can still squeak by with wins. So that's a good reason to consider this deck, and I'm going to keep playing it, in the future. So I want to thank you guys very much for tuning in to this Goblin-filled installment of Dime. Oh.